Welcome, 7th graders, to your official Digital Defenders Bootcamp. I'm really excited to guide you through today's explainer, covering your entire chapter on this stuff. Look, we spend a huge chunk of our lives online, right? Studying, gaming, chatting with friends. But just like the real physical world, the digital realm has its own set of rules and, well, its own hidden dangers. So today, we're going to learn exactly how to master and protect our digital space. We're going to transform you from just everyday internet users into fully trained digital defenders. Here's our bootcamp itinerary for today. 1. Welcome to the cyber world. 2. Meet the cyber villains. 3. Shielding your digital devices. 4. Protecting your personal identity. And 5. Taking action and reporting. Okay, let's just dive right in.
Section 1. Welcome to the cyber world.
To start off, I want you to think about this question for a second. For what purpose do your family members actually use the internet? Seriously, picture your own house right now. How much do you and your family rely on it every single day? Think about it. You might have an older sister scrolling through reels on social media, while your parents use it to, say, book airline or train tickets. Or maybe your dad is actively participating in online share market trading. It's basically the backbone of our daily routine. But we have to acknowledge that this massive amount of activity and all that money floating around naturally attracts a darker side. Because of all that, there are individuals running illicit operations out there in cyberspace. And this brings us to a really critical definition: cybercrime. Simply put, it's any criminal activity intended to harm anyone using a computer and an internet connection. This is exactly why we need this training. We have to know how to watch out for these digital threats. Which brings us to Section 2. Meet the cyber villains, because every good defender needs to know exactly who the bad guys are. First up, let's break down the big 3 phishing attacks. Yeah, the names sound kind of funny, but these are all tricks specifically designed to steal your private info. So phishing, spelled with a PH, uses fake emails that look totally legit, tricking you into clicking a bad link. Then there's vishing, or voice phishing, where someone calls you on the phone and tries to smooth talk you into handing over your details. And finally, smishing, which uses SMS text messages with fake malicious links. They all use different methods, but they share the exact same villainous goal: stealing your data. So, what do they actually do with that information once they trick you? Well, this leads us to identity theft. And this is creepy. It isn't just about losing a password to a game. A hacker is literally stealing who you are. They take your name, your account numbers, or your ATM PIN, and they use them to commit fraud, make purchases, or even withdraw cash, all pretending to be you. Now, it's important to note that not all cybervillains are just after a quick buck. Some are just out to cause pain. Cyberbullying involves posting embarrassing photos, insulting remarks, or spreading rumors to deliberately harm or harass someone online. And guys, this is a very serious crime, especially against children. The digital world is supposed to be safe and fun, and we absolutely have to stand up against anyone who uses a screen to be cruel. Finally, there are villains who scale this disruption up to a massive, honestly terrifying level: cyberterrorism. This is where they attack whole societal systems. We're talking military installations, power plants, air traffic controls, or massive banks. They use computers to cause large-scale disruption and panic, usually to fulfill some sort of political or social objective. All right, deep breath. Moving to Section 3, shielding your digital devices. We know the villains now, so let's learn how to build unbreakable armor around our hardware. Shielding your devices really comes down to these 3 critical steps. Step 1, install a robust antivirus program. Think of this as your digital scout. It's always actively scanning your computer files and incoming emails, looking for known viruses and suspicious behavior. Step 2, use a firewall. This acts like a bouncer, blocking unauthorized, unsolicited communication from even reaching your computer in the first place. And Step 3, update your software regularly. Seriously, don't hit Remind Me Tomorrow. Those updates literally patch up the holes in your armor that hackers are trying to sneak through. Section 4, protecting your personal identity. So we've secured the hardware. Now let's secure the most important element: you. Listen closely to these, because these are your secret weapons. First, never accept friend requests from unknown people. I mean it. Fake profiles are absolutely everywhere. Second, keep things like your birth date, phone number, and address strictly private. When it comes to passwords, password 123 is not going to cut it. Make them a minimum of 8 characters long, mixing uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols. Even better, Enable two-step authentication. That's the feature that requires a one-time password, or OTP, sent right to your phone. And lastly, if you do encounter bullies online, do not react or reply to them. Reacting is exactly what they want. It only encourages them. And please, listen to this very carefully. The internet has a permanent memory. What you post online remains there forever, even if you delete it on your end. So never upload content that might embarrass you or anyone else later down the road. And never forward information without verifying it first from a trusted source. You really have to think before you type.
Which brings us to our final stage. Section 5, taking action and reporting. You've got your armor on, but now you need to know how to call for backup.
Let's test your new instincts with a really quick pop quiz. Imagine you're just hanging out and you receive a text message saying you just won a free, all-expenses-paid trip. But to claim it, you just need to click a little link and provide some personal information. So is it a scam? Yes or no? If you immediately yelled, "Yes, it's a scam," you are absolutely right. Recognizing these tricks is your very first line of defense. By the way, that specific text example, that was a classic smishing attack. Whether it's an email asking to update your bank account or a weird phone call demanding a premium payment for insurance, if it feels urgent, if it's unsolicited, and if it asks for private info, the scammers have already lost. Because you know better. But here's the thing. You don't just ignore it, you report it. If you or someone you know ever falls victim to a cybercrime, here are the exact places you can turn to. You can easily lodge an online complaint at the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. You can also visit your district cyber cells or just head straight to your nearest police station. Just remember to bring the receipts, meaning bring evidence like a written complaint, screenshots, or copies of the documents involved. And I want you to memorize this single, powerful number right now. 1930. Just 1930. This is the dedicated helpline number specifically for online financial fraud. If money somehow gets stolen online, this is the very first number you or your parents should dial to get immediate backup. And with that, your 7th grade boot camp is officially complete. You know the villains, you know the defenses, and you know exactly how to report a crime. So as you wrap up this explainer, I leave you with this final thought. Now that you have the armor, the shields, and the backup, how will you protect your corner of the digital world today? Stay safe out there, stay vigilant, and go be the digital defenders our cyber world needs.